Okay, the Board of Assessors meeting for February 18th at 4:30 is now open. All members are in attendance. I'd like to welcome Mary Holland, Director of Council on Aging, tonight, participating in the meeting. First on the agenda is to approve of the minutes of previous meeting of January 21st. Any discussion?
No.
Make a motion? Second? All in favor? Okay. Now I go right into the new business. We're going to jump around here, and which will be the Whitman Taxation Fund for Seniors and Disabled or Deferred Real Estate Taxes. This was a approval by the Select Board back in May 7th, 2001, at which you could put some line or two on the tax real estate tax bill and asking for a donation to this particular fund. You can go in. Want to go in?
Yeah, sure.
Go in more detail on that.
So actually, it was adopted at annual town meeting, May 7th, 2001, like you said, unanimous, and the MGL is Chapter 60, Section 3D. It basically allows the town to designate a place on the municipal tax bills or on the motor vehicle excise tax bills, whereby taxpayers of the town can voluntarily check off and donate an amount to pledge not less than $1, and it will obviously increase their payment. But this establishes a fund known as Whitman Aid to the Elderly and Disabled Taxation Fund. That's in the vote, and the purpose is to defray the real estate taxes. So in the MGL, it states that a committee, taxation aid committee, be established after the town has adopted it, and it consists of 5 members, one being the chair of the Board of Assessors, the town treasurer, and 3 residents of the town appointed by the select board. I don't know if it was ever established back in 2001.
It was never instituted, but the background behind this is that you got an email from someone about a certain type of...
Right. It was an inquiry from another town looking to help seniors and whether these other towns had adopted this. And so I looked into it, and it turns out we did adopt it in 2001.
Yeah, when you researched it, but it was never done.
They never put a committee together?
Nothing, from what the best of my knowledge. Coincidentally, also that particular period of time, they established the senior work-off program.
Right.
Okay, 2001, with Pat McCarthy as the director of COA.
Yeah, yeah.
And that jumped up gradually. And it stayed for, $800 for the longest time, and then jumped up to currently now it's $2,000.
$2,000,
okay.
That's right.
So, where we go from here is to submit a letter to the
I guess
TA, to you?
I guess maybe we could draft a joint memorandum or letter to the TA or the select board saying, this came to our attention.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about it, Mary?
Yeah, I'm dumbfounded that it was adopted that long ago, and
23 years ago,
and it's never been, as far as I know,
Right.
on anything. Like that just seems. Yeah. What was the point of adopting it if we're never going to put it out there for anybody to?
Yeah.
I know it's voluntary, and all I could do is help people. It's not like you're making people pay anything, and it's not like it's coming out of anybody's budget. So why in the heck wouldn't you? Because there are people, particularly I think, to be honest, the school people, because they say, if do things to help the seniors, but still give us our school stuff. You might see those people pitching in.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I mean, even if every household gave $1,
I know.
That's right.
Yeah, that adds up.
And then add eventually.
But I'm saying, if you gave $1, but there's people out there that would give $20. Yeah. There are people, you know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of people that, especially if it's put out there so that people understand what it is and what they're contributing to.
And it's a committee that's not just, there that, that have a valid interest in it
Yeah.
to make that decision of distribution of it.
Yeah.
And you think about all the years lost and how
I
funded
How much
that
money?
would be
Yes.
like now, because back
Right.
back
Yeah.
in 2001, I mean that whole crash type thing with the housing and all that didn't happen until like 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of years where like people were living just fine, and then you hit the bump in the road for a while, and then people were kind of coasting along where people probably would have at that time. Like right now, everybody is kind of struggling.
Yeah.
But all of those years lost, I mean,
Yes.
it could have been very well funded.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, and you have a little committee, and you set the, the framework of,
Correct. Yeah.
different incomes and how much and all of those things that you need to do to help people, but nobody ever did anything.
Yeah.
So what we could do is basically vote on, make a make a motion to go forward with this and to establish a letter co-sponsoring by the director of COA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
It'll be submitted to the select board.
Select board. Yep. Okay. All right. That's great.
Okay, next on the agenda will be the annual meeting warrant articles.
Yeah. So the one to talk about with Mary Holland is an
Article 10.
article. Well, it's an article drafted to currently right now with the senior citizen tax work-off program, which was started in 2001 and then amended in 2022 to get to the hours of 125. The current minimum wage rate that was voted by the select board is $15. So there's no way to get to the allowable state cap, which is now 2,000. Last year, the prior year it was
Oh, it's up
1,500.
here, yeah.
Yeah.
So if we just have an article establishing that the hours are whatever's allowed based on the statute
The cap, yes.
and the cap.
And this will not have to be addressed again if the article is stated as such that the
Yeah.
service hours to meet and not exceed the allowable Commonwealth of Mass limit.
Right.
So it'd be automatically jumped as changes in regards to either the cap changes.
Right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
In other words, what happened? This would be permanent.
Oh, we're changing it so the hours always meet the cap, so
Exactly.
we're
Yes.
not locked
Yeah.
in. That makes sense to me.
And that would be consistent with the veteran work-off program that was established last year, last
Mary, do
May.
you want to say something?
No, I was just saying, so it's not going to have anything about hours. It's just going to have that it goes up to whatever the allowable state cap is.
I
Yeah,
think
the hours
the way it's
will
written.
increase.
When the senior people get involved with the work-off, in the agreement, there'll be a number of hours.
Yeah.
That will trigger X hours will equal the cap, which is $2,000. See, right now, I've been approached, that I've worked more than 125, but I'm only going to get $1,875, I think it is. They're about $125 short of the 2,000.
Yeah, I've been approached in the assessor's office.
So we
as
want
he's
to,
out-
yeah.
So just basically is in the agreements that they may sign next July, it may indicate you have an hour, in order to reach the cap of $2,000, you will have to work 133.5 hours.
Right.
Right.
Most people I talk to far exceed that. They don't just cut off at 125. They keep working.
Yeah.
And that's
And
for the
you're
whole
right,
year, right?
Most people go over. Like, they do it because, yes, they want the reduction, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm
But
signing
they
up
do
for
it
that.
because they also want something to do. You know what I mean?
of
Like,
course.
so
Yeah.
so just because they meet their maximum hours, most people don't just say, I'm done. Like, this is what they do.
Right.
This is part of their week. It's part of their day.
I get it.
And they enjoy what they're doing. And they get the benefit as, a credit on the taxes.
Yeah.
The limitation of the number of people can be into this program is 35 hours reading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
And we haven't hit that for a while. It's been less than that. I think it's 25 now, or 24.
25 or
Okay.
26.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll
And
be
there's
27
something there.
next year.
And basically something else. No, it's the age of 60
Right.
not 65. That's
Right.
She is
Minimum
considered a
age,
senior.
Here again,
Yeah.
it all depends if there's work in other departments
A
that they
department
can
head has
utilize
to.
you plus based on your experience too. I participate in the program working for the fuel assistance. Okay. And as a result, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people are saying, yeah, I want to do what I do and I enjoy doing the work I do for helping out and volunteering. But there were a few people that just got a little upset because they didn't reach that cap, knowing that Mary Beth at a prior meeting indicate the new cap will be $2,000.
Well, let's just make it,
Right.
let's
So
get
that's
it.
why the article was written up by Wendy and shared with Mary Holland. And what do you think about? Is you okay with that?
Yeah, I think it should. I mean, again, ideally, like you said, so that it doesn't have to be revisited all the time. That it's whatever the allowable cap is.
Is
Right,
what
yeah.
the hour, was what the number of hours
And
will
then-
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then when they sign up during each year, you can indicate the hours
Yeah.
to
For
reflect
that
the
cap,
cap.
for that
Yeah.
And
year.
that'll indicate the cap and the hours and so on and so forth. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
It can't go backwards, unfortunately. You know, retro back to this year, July to
right.
the
No,
June
we
31st. It would go probably to July 1st of 2025.
Well, if this gets voted, it would be for next fiscal year.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it'll
So in other
start
words-
July
Yeah.
1st.
Yeah, so July 1st,
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fiscal year 26, and it'll go
As
July
long as
1st,
that's approved, and I
25.
can't see why
Oh, it will
it
be.
wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been telling people that we want that the Board of Assessors and the Assessor Board, the Assessor Department and the Principal wants to help all seniors in any way we can,
We have
in
been.
any way we can.
Yep.
No matter what.
Exactly.
Okay, without exception. All right.
Agreed.
All right.
So
Good.
What's
is there any-
interesting to me, though, is that
Good.
I wonder, this is on the same May 7th, 2001, that
Same town
did this
meeting.
fall through
Yeah.
the cracks because the focus went to this somehow?
I don't know.
Like, how did this
Yeah.
fall through the cracks? Obviously, it did.
I don't know.
Notes
that's what-
around?
Makes me think is that the focus went to this, and somehow this got
We'll never know why.
No.
We'll never know
That's a
why.
good catch when he did the research
yeah.
from an email that she got from other
Yeah.
town,
Glad we found it.
and good thing we picked it up on it.
So we're going to have to put an article and implement that.
Yeah, it'd be article. This one,
Do you have to put? I mean, it was already voted unanimously. Then it just was never done.
Right. You don't need another article.
no,
We don't need
yeah.
another article, but we have to
The senior
Form
We
one.
need to
this
address it.
Committee.
committee in the select board has to help.
I think that the first step, like you said, is
Facilitate
we
that.
need to address it. Though the fact
Yep.
that
Right.
Yeah, I address that and
2001 it was
attach,
voted and never done.
attach what
Yep.
happened. The only big question I have, and I don't know how municipalities work it, sometimes when you approve a certain act, or article, or warrant, change in policy structure, if it's not implemented in a certain period of time, then it has to be revisited. And I don't know if that's the case in this situation here. I don't know. 23 years is a long time.
Yeah, but if it
But if it
was
was unanimously
at
adopted,
town meeting,
accepted,
unless
I don't know.
something came to undo
No, it
it.
wasn't town meeting. It was by the SB. Am I right?
No,
No, the
No.
town
No,
vote.
That's
yeah.
town
Okay.
Yeah,
Article
Fine.
65.
yeah.
Okay, in that case, then okay.
That's right. Unless there was
Then you
a
answered my
subsequent
question.
article to
Okay.
get rid of it, and
It's
there
an
isn't.
MGL Chapter 66.
Okay, so
3D
basically, it's a
voted.
matter of just
Yep.
sending a letter to whom?
Select board.
Yeah,
Select
Select
board
board.
indicating implementing it.
that
And,
it seemed to have
yeah, that.
Mhm.
fallen through the cracks somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess the only one would be is if the AG's office didn't accept it, but clearly that wouldn't have been the case because you would have been told,
Yeah.
that
This?
they,
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's no article
this-
necessary. And all it's just a letter to the.
I was going to say you got this from the
Other
clerk's
towns-
Clerk's
office.
office, yeah.
Office, yeah.
So this has clearly been accepted
Yeah,
because it
other
was in the
towns
clerk's
do
office.
Yeah,
There are other towns. that do
23
it.
years we didn't.
Yeah.
Well, at
23.
least we found it, so it's
Yeah.
just another
We go
thing.
forward.
It's another improvement. It's another
Yeah.
thing to help people out, especially now. It's getting difficult.
Between now and next year.
It's getting very difficult.
Very, very.
But that's okay. And I think, so we'll send a letter, we'll send
Yeah. I'll send a
2
letter.
letters.
I'll
You
send
you
it back
jointly,
to you.
yeah, sign off on them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
One will be for the
My guess
change
is
in
they
the
may
hours.
want to see us at a meeting, but that's fine too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
To address it, but
Well, we can do that.
Yeah. And then second one is the article.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just,
Article
Yep.
in that one, okay?
Yeah.
absolutely.
And we
Anything
might get
else?
pushback on that article or not.
Which one?
The cap
Make
thing.
it 2,000.
It shouldn't because,
The 2,000.
no, the cap was
Yeah,
approved by the select board
they did say that
In
could
Mary
meet the
Beth.
cap. So, well,
to the cap.
Yeah, it was approved at the select board meeting on November 28th, 2023.
okay, perfect.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, so we're just going to make sure this way we don't have to keep coming back and revisiting it
That's
whenever
exactly
the
right.
cap
You don't have to.
changes.
It's going to flow.
That's
Now,
right.
you know, the impact of this with the amount of people you have currently is about $2,700. The impact. That's all there is.
The increase.
Oh, the increase.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Totally.
Yeah.
Can I, the cap, how often does it increase?
It's been
It's
going up lately.
The
whatever
state.
Maura Healy or yeah.
But do they normally do it like yearly or is it?
No.
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 So
No,
there,
it would
it
be
wasn't
yearly.
an increase for a long time and then there was.
Right.
At one time, it was
Gotcha.
only
Yeah.
$500,
Okay.
and then dropped for the longest time. It was $800 for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then it bounced to 15,
Yeah.
and then Mary Beth at that select board meeting indicated the new cap will be 2,000.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know how often it went. Obviously,
Yeah. The veteran one is still 1,500. So
okay.
you know that hasn't.
It just depends on what the state does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like
Good.
it.
Well, yeah, also with the minimum wage too, minimum
Right.
and the cap.
But
Correct.
that's a great benefit. That is extraordinarily
Oh, yeah.
helpful.
Plus, you're eligible for another exemption as well.
Yeah, see, and keep in mind too, and not just this, but if you may be qualified for another, like you said, an exemption beyond this.
Is that based on income or just no?
Well, the other exemptions, it depends on what it is, whether
Yeah.
it's income
Okay.
based or not. But there are many in the program that do. They
So it's
only
not
thing
totally exclusive.
The only thing that is when it got switched, Lincoln was actually the town administrator. And I know there was some talk though about that you had to do either hours or a dollar amount. You couldn't do like both. Some, you know what I mean? How it was set.
Well, that's why we're doing it per the
Well,
cap.
so when they
Good.
did it, they did the 125.
One
I
time
don't
was
remember how the minimum wage part got in there because it was not 15 originally. It bumped up with the increase in the
See,
minimum wage.
It shouldn't even be like
they never
wage.
even bounced on the minimum wage. They gave a figure.
it
Yeah.
should be hours to cap,
Yeah.
and that's it, without the minimum wage being involved.
Okay.
Because the cap is the cap, and you have to work. Well, you need to have an hourly wage in there now. That
But
you
you have
do.
to have the hourly wage because it can't exceed the minimum wage. The town won't allow that, or I don't believe,
Well, you only can go to 2,000 anyhow.
at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not going to change for a while. I mean, the $800 was there for years.
Well, isn't minimum wage? Isn't that $15 an hour in this
Yeah.
state?
15
Yeah.
an hour.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember though who if that was coming from town council or where that was coming from, but I know there had something to do with the a dollar amount versus an hour.
So I know what you're saying because it's how the statute
is written.
is written.
Yeah.
But this was a while ago, I talked to DOR Legal about it because when I got the certificates, I don't know, I guess last year, and it looked like it exceeded the cap.
Yes.
I reviewed everything in the statute, and I went, and it wasn't clear whether it was an amount or the hours, and they said it's both. They said it is both.
Okay.
So it's the hours cannot exceed whatever it stated at that time was 125, and the cap being 1,500.
Yeah.
So it's all the hours are
It
based
all
on
is
the rate.
applicable.
The rate can be determined by the select board. So the rate
15.
was established as being minimum wage at the select board meeting on July 12th, 2022, and it was stated to be consistent with the bylaw requiring minimum wage for employees. So that's when they decided to do the minimum wage.
See, one time, the minimum wage, they went, at one select board meeting, there was, the chair at that time was, who was the prior chair?
Was it Randy?
Randy?
Randy. He introduced a motion to have the minimum wage at $14.25, and then as of the first of the year,
Well, I think it was the
jump
state
to
was
15.
jumping
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
The
so he
state
tied in with the state
yes.
being 15.
Yeah.
at that time. That's why that one period of time, because our fiscal versus calendar, that's why they had two rates.
Yeah.
Two rates,
One
yeah.
14.25 and one 15.
Yeah.
This year it won't be split, thank God. It'll just be one rate.
But
That's
personally, the hours shouldn't indicate a shut off. In other words, the hours be just to the cap.
To the cap.
The
right.
cap is the shut off.
You want them to encourage to work more than the cap, like they have in the past. Most of them do.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when I talked to DOR about some of these, any hours additional over the cap, say last year 125, it's just donated
That's exactly
hours.
what it is.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
not part of the program anymore. Those are donated. They're
Yeah.
not
They're
earning
just
anything.
volunteer work.
Right.
As long as we communicate that to those participating in the plan too. Okay.
Yeah.
It's everyone understands that. It's never been an issue since
No.
I've been doing it. Everybody's fine with it, and like I said, most
Yeah.
people do it
Because
because
they want to.
They want
They
to.
like it.
yes,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
again, there's two benefits, but beyond the financial is they enjoy
Right.
Being out
They
of
do.
the house and seeing people and doing stuff.
doing
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
A lot of different things, a variety of things,
Mhm.
and they really
Mhm.
they look forward to it.
Mhm.
It gets them out of the house too.
That's it, exactly.
It's a job.
Yeah, it's a job.
It's going to be
Anything else? Any more discussion
It'll
on
probably
this
be
issue?
part of my life.
Any discussions on it about these at all?
No,
Nope.
we're good.
We're all set and let it go. Both okay. We sign off.
Very good.
Thank
Yeah.
you for coming.
Thank you
Mary.
for having me.
Appreciate it.
Mary.
Thank you.
Yeah. Stay
It's
warm.
nice to see you guys.
Nice to
Same
see
here.
you.
Which is right.
I'll see you Thursday.
Yes. I'll
Stay
be there.
warm.
I'll try. It's toasty in here.
It is. It's comfortable. I'm telling you.
Thank
Next
you.
cheers
All right,
too.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for
So
coming.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank we all.
Have a good night.
As one of my seniors says, thank you for thanking me.
Okay, and the next thing, we got the other two warrants.
What's this? Yeah, the
Okay,
next
the
article.
other two warrants, the indemnification, the indemnity of appointed elected board officials. I believe that was tossed, to discuss that.
So this is something that the building commissioner and I spoke about. It's based on some experience that he has, but he
Yeah.
said this benefits all appointed and elected town officials. So basically, it was pointed out that if you're doing your job, so basically,
Okay.
if the article is adopted, it would indemnify an elected or appointed official from a personal financial loss and expense, including legal fees and costs from a claim, demand, suit, or judgment, with the scope of his or her official duties or employment. So it was mentioned that the town's insurance, Maya, would cover any costs associated with an elected or appointed official from a personal financial loss related to their job, right? But I later learned that the insurance company will only cover it if the town has adopted this. So he and I decided to just put it forward.
Good.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
important
so
because
make a motion to accept the article with regard to indemnity of appointed or elected officials. Second it?
Yeah.
All in favor? Okay,
should we vote on the senior citizen, the other article too?
do we have to do article, see anything?
Yeah, with the hours.
Yeah, we didn't
Work off.
really vote on
Okay,
it.
we vote on the change?
Yeah.
Regarding the senior citizens property tax work-off program hours, to change that to the hours will reflect the cap,
Yes.
Yes.
and that way there will be a permanent type of process, so they're not gonna need to revisit this every year or 2 years or 3 years.
Every time the cap changes.
Okay, changes,
Yeah.
okay? I make a motion, second it, all in favor? Okay? Third one,
Yeah, so
code of ethics.
code of ethics. So essentially, I did not see a code of ethics in the bylaw. And there is some ancillary it really should go to bylaw review committee, but I figure this is a starting point to just put an article for code of ethics
Exactly.
where all public officials and employees demonstrate the highest standard of personal integrity, truthfulness, honesty, and fortitude in all their public activities. And then,
Okay.
It's on the back of these.
Oh, sure.
did I not give
There
you
you
a
go.
copy?
No, I have it.
Oh,
It's on
okay.
the back.
So it also achieves the goals of maintaining impartiality, ensure that the public office not be used for personal gain, ensure that the public have confidence in its local government. I just, you know what? I just took it from another town.
Should we put it in communication? Something communicate. Communication is the biggest thing that this town is drastically lacking. It's my opinion.
I don't know if that's part of the ethics.
It's not part of the ethics, though. It's a
Where
good
we put it
idea.
somewhere. I have to put it.
I don't know where we.
I know where I like to put it, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, but I don't think we can. This is ethics,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
that
it
probably
doesn't
doesn't
fall.
Okay,
belong
all right. In
here.
that case, there at a future
Okay.
time.
Yeah,
Okay, then-
it's part of something else.
Make a vote to accept the article regarding code of ethics, not bylaws. Second it. All in favor? Okay.
All right. Great.
Can-
Okay.
Articles are done.
All right. Do you want to
Okay.
continue on or go
Yeah.
back to old business?
What else do we have?
Let's finish the new and bounce back to
Okay.
old. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And next would be the Commonwealth Legislative House Docket Bill 4244.
So this is something I'm really excited about. I've been working on this for a number of years.
And Allison M. Sullivan, Amita, was co-sponsoring this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which she visits the senior center, I think once or twice a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually met her when she was there at the senior center and pitched this to her because I had started with Kathy Lenatra in a different community. And basically what it is taking the statutory exemption clause 50 of $500 off real estate taxes for somebody who modifies their home to accommodate someone over 60. And we adopted that at annual town meeting this past year. So in having inspected a lot of properties for people that applied for clause 50 exemption, I saw that there was a need for to amend the statute to include modifying your home to accommodate a disabled family member. And it could be a child, it could be a veteran, it could, regardless of age. So that was the purpose of this bill, was to get the language right. And I'm sure it will go to, when it goes to the Senate, it'll probably go to committee, then back to the House. But at least as a start, it was just filed
Great.
January 17, 2025. So I'm excited.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yay, Allison. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like
For it.
that.
Yeah, really good.
Helping people.
Okay, also next would be the property record cards update online. You saw by now, buzz around town, Whitman, that there was something about the property cards being online, and it's one property card, meaning that in the past you had one which the public would see and one which the assessor would see, and the missing information. When he spent time gathering that, what needed to be done to rectify that, so now there's one assessor's record, a property card, so the resident will be seeing exactly what everybody else will be seeing.
Excellent.
Whether it's catalyst going out there with the property card, the Board of Assessors looking at it, or whether the principal assessor looking at it, it'll be one card. Okay?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a little summary version that you can print, just like many property record cards and Vision and others have that. Not PK so much, but
They give you everything.
yeah. But it's a public record. You should be able to get online the same property record card that
You
we
get in
call
the
the
office.
office.
Yeah. Right.
So-
Should.
You should. I love it.
So now you do.
Yay.
So that's good.
Yay.
Yeah, good.
Okay, next is the administrative assistant vacancy, update of job description.
Yeah, okay, so we have the vacancy and,
There was no response from internally,
Okay.
right.
okay?
Mhm.
So now the next step is to externally put it out there, but all in the same breath, we wanted to change the job description,
Mhm.
you know, and eventually for us, a succession of position, okay, which you never had in the past, okay?
Mhm.
Something happens to the principal assessor, you want to be able to have someone with some knowledge to be able to move in there in time with proper training.
Yep.
And that was the intent of changing the job description.
Right.
She still will be she or he will still be a union
Sure.
employee,
Mhm.
but I think as they progress,
Mhm.
there's always a chance that could change. Who knows?
Correct.
Right.
Okay,
But this
So,
is, yeah,
we
this
spend a lot of time doing it.
is typical in a lot of towns. This is what the administrative assistant does. They do a lot of this stuff. I mean, when we had Joanne here, she did a lot of this stuff.
That's right.
So it's very typical. Chrissy did a lot of that stuff. It's a very typical job description for that role.
It's an important position
important.
only
It's a
because
support.
it's not support, but it'll relieve the principal assessor doing some
Exactly.
tasks that she now can go outside and do things.
Right.
And in the long run, will save money because we're not going to have to pay a valuation company, Catalyst, to do certain things in which
That's our
she'll be
goal.
able to do. So the
Right.
goal is to have someone in that position
That can hold down the fort.
hold down the fort and take some of the stuff away from the principal assessor.
Yeah,
And
that's what I mean
and that's
by
the intent.
support.
Yeah. So the town will save money.
Yeah.
Ultimately, yes.
Yes,
This
okay.
is
Takes
this
time.
is good, and I like it. I
And-
think this is
And it's going
excellent.
to take time getting someone with that credentials.
It might. We'll see, but it's at least we know it. We're waiting for the It's under review, so we're waiting for them to come back.
So,
Has it been sent out?
no, it hasn't been sent out.
We got tonight's meeting was just a discussion,
And then we're going
reviewing
to send
this and
it.
see what want to make any changes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Everything else, want to add something to it.
sure.
After tonight, we can vote on accepting it. Need further amendment to it before we send it to where we have to send it.
Right.
To the union, yeah.
So the title is going to be administrative assistant. Do they have
Right.
like senior administrative assistant, or
Oh, that's a good question.
because it's you have to generally you have like a senior clerk or an admin and
Yeah.
and you have your senior admin. Like your senior admin is like your right hand person.
Right.
Like if you weren't there, you know that senior admin, the office will run efficiently because they will
Right.
know
Yeah.
exactly what to do.
See, that's the intent of what we're trying to get out of this. Exactly what you're saying.
So
Exactly.
can we change?
So that would
Title?
be a reclassification. Originally, I was thinking administrative assessor because I've done that before and reclassified. But the pay is much higher, of course, and it would you would be taking somebody in who had experience many years in an assessing office, maybe has some of the coursework under their belt. I did that for my admin
So do they have
last time.
like most offices, just from my experience, had like, junior clerk, senior clerk, or
Yep, you're right.
senior clerk, senior admin. So they
Yeah.
were, one had a little bit more responsibility
Right,
than the other
right.
one. So you got to
It's more than just a
differentiate.
title, but the responsibilities would warrant that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe because these things the admin assistant should be doing, pretty much, right?
But are these?
I don't know about getting a reclassification.
This is
yet.
a
You might not get it.
But this is expansion of what the prior administrative assistant was doing.
So the job description of department assistant that the town administrator sent out internally, I noticed had many tasks that weren't
Part of.
part of the admin assistant. So I don't know whether the department assistant was a reclassification and that it's no longer, I've always known it to be administrative assistant.
That's my thought.
So, the only, I'm really, and I have talked to the union briefly about this, about incentivizing the education for this position. If we don't have somebody that has experience and has some accreditation courses under their belt, we have to be able to incentivize staff to move up and financially by taking courses. Because
And do we cover the courses? There's
And he
do we-
agreed.
and he agreed.
He agreed
said
with that-
many towns
that
do
move.
Do
Yes.
we build so we could, as a board, send this person to take a class?
Yes.
If we
Yes.
so chose.
Yes.
That's what I want to
It's
be
a,
able
no,
to
Yes.
do.
that's a prerequisite of employment. We hire someone, here's what you're required to do and achieve within a certain period of time.
Right. So maybe if we left it at this, and then say they get to a certain level,
Mm-hmm.
try to add that, get that senior in there, because I don't think we have it right now.
No, I mean, if they're both just admins, they're not separated.
So one
Well,
is a
the
clerk.
Oh,
One is a clerk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
One is
okay.
a clerk.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So they're
Yeah.
they're titled differently.
Differently.
Yes, they are. So it's
Okay.
okay.
The only thing I'd like to see, and I did copy at the back, is so the Massachusetts Assessors Association has a designation
Yes.
for Certified Assessment Administrator.
What was that?
At the back page.
Actually, I might have
Okay, go ahead and take
put
it.
it in this one. Let's see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'd like to see that.
Them to get certified with
Them
that.
to get certified with that and
Yes,
get some
yes.
type of stipend
I like that.
related to that.
Yeah, it's just
It's just a step to
yeah, it's
success.
101 and
Success.
200.
Right, and 18 months of assessing
Just-
experience. I mean, my
That's
hope is we
excellent.
can get somebody that already has it, but
Right.
or close to it, and then they're almost
I like that.
Okay.
I like it a lot.
All right,
I think
good.
it's
Nice, very nice.
great.
Great, thanks. Yeah,
We have to change anything in the description to,
I've accounted for it.
we have.
Yeah,
Good.
Mhm. Yeah.
Good
I've-
job.
yeah.
Nice.
I
Um,
like it.
so that would be a stipend, and then the other thing would be for each additional MAO course passed beyond course 101 and course 200 would be an incentive of an additional $1 per hour added to their base hourly rate. Carver does this, and that's an additional incentive.
Yeah, and if the
That's a good
union
idea.
is supporting the incentive, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Yeah.
excellent.
So I mean the
Excellent job description.
course to be paid. I mean, I haven't had to pay for any courses
Oh, we
for
would,
the admin and the clerk, but from my understanding, the selectman's office controls that funding or something.
Not gonna do.
unless
they-
we decide, we could probably just,
We'd have to tap it, increase our budget.
Do you have like a dues and
Well-
meeting line?
do we have a dues and meeting lines? We should.
I don't.
Oh,
Well, how would
We
we
do
take,
have a dues and meeting line. Yes,
Okay,
we
we
do.
can-
And
Put
that's
it
where it should come
Right there. Good idea.
take it out of
So
that?
increase
Good
that.
idea. Okay.
Just increase that, you know,
Increase
You
the
would just
dues and
submit a wa-
meetings.
You just
because
submit a warrant.
101 is free anyway, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's the 200. That's only one class. That's the start. I mean, and if it's, you know, obviously they're not probably going to take 5 classes in 1 year, right?
Oh, no, no.
So it's going to be spread out. It's not going to be like any big impact.
But there's another side of this coin. You know, they're gonna get compensated by taking this course,
Correct.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Should they pay for it?
No,
No.
No, no,
only
no,
the
no, no,
assessor's
no.
office
No,
pays
we
for
have
it.
to pay for it. We got to educate the person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Fine.
courses are expensive. I mean, they're about
If you have to be if you're a non-member.
500.
Yeah, it's 500. Yeah,
So I make sure we're on the same page.
So
yeah, we should pay for it.
And but there also has to be a time frame which that has to be accomplished, strictly accomplished.
Well, within that 18 months, I would say,
That's what, number 200, right?
well, to 101, they have
You
to
should
take
do
right
You
away.
should do that absolutely right away.
yeah, right.
So right out of the gate.
Now,
Then
right
200.
away, within a certain period of time.
So right now, in the clerk's job description, they have to take it within 2 years.
I would like that to.
Right
That's the
away.
clerk.
Right.
But for this one, I'd like it to be the first 6
Within-
months.
Yeah, I would say 6
How,
months.
how long?
First 6
I would
months.
take mine right away.
I agree.
Okay, all right.
So the 101,
So I'll
Even
revise
sooner,
that.
but give them up to 6.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That being the ultimate.
yeah, right
longest.
now it has 18 months here.
No, that's the 18 months working in the office to get that designation. That's what that means.
Says office, okay.
Yeah, that's work. That's an office experience.
What do you have, 6 months for 101?
We could require 6 months for 101.
Yeah, I would.
I would.
It's really important because especially someone who's new and starting, they will learn so much from that 101.
I agree.
Yeah, that's a jam packed.
Okay, right now
I would even
so right now education experience is, I changed it to bachelor's degree.
Is that a heavy nut?
Yeah,
Probably.
that's going to be hard.
Yeah, heavy nut for that.
Associates.
Yeah.
Yeah, made or
Work.
commensurate work
Work.
experience.
Comparable work experience.
Yeah, commensurate.
Okay, right now minimum
Commensurate.
2 years of working in municipal office environment or a combination experience in education.
Yes, I like that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, not the bachelor's.
I think the biggest nut was just having the,
I don't know. I kind of think
The
that
bachelor.
within the first 3 to 6 months, take that 101.
So I'm going to edit
Yeah,
the
3 to
next
6.
line.
I would think 3 to 6 because for
Yeah.
someone if they didn't,
it's going to be knowledgeable for them.
yeah, they'll just learn so much.
Completion
about-
within 6 months.
No later than 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, if they can take it within like that first 3, like
Yeah, if you could, definitely.
Because you could space it out.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's online.
Right.
Now 200, then they, yeah.
Course 200, sometimes it's tough because it's not always offered.
It isn't. I mean,
And that's
mine was
the
in
problem.
Easton.
Yeah.
So, and I had Pam. She was amazing.
Right.
Yeah, you just
Right.
have to kind of wait for it to get to watch it when it comes up. But in the meantime, they'll
They
be getting
And
experience.
that's a question too, is if course 200 is not available for a period of time.
Then you just whenever it's available. I mean,
Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
know,
mean, if-
you can't do it.
yeah.
So I have it right now. So course 101 within 6 months and course 200 within 1 year
If,
to remain in position is how it's written right now.
but what if the
Right.
course doesn't come up? We have to make a caveat in case it doesn't become available in a year.
Depending on,
Availability.
Always in a certain period of time, once 200 becomes available.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Availability of the course.
Okay.
available with, because we
All
can't,
right.
yeah, that's important.
okay, all right, so I'll
Because you know how they can get funky with the classes and they
yeah,
put, their schedule is always weird.
right,
But the incentive of $1 now, that is fantastic.
It is.
I like that very much.
Carver
Yeah, I
does it,
think
yeah.
it's good because they'll become a certified assessment administrator, a CAA, which is a designation, which is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
And okay, once you get the designation, that's where you can punch it up more money-wise.
Reclass.
Reclass.
At that point, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
We can look
Yeah.
at that, yes.
Yep.
Definitely.
Great idea.
Okay,
Great idea.
I like it.
thank you.
That's why it pays to have experience like Chrissy and you in there too. You know,
I like it.
all 3 women doing that.
All right, so you'll approve it with those edits, and I'll get it off to the appropriate parties.
At the union, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
We like it.
Okay, I'm
Nice.
all right with this, right? Yeah, I'm all right with this.
And we just have a couple of commitments.
Okay, so do we vote on accepting the revised
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
job description?
Yep.
For administrative assistant.
Yes.
Make a motion,
Motion.
second it, all in favor? So be it.
Perfect.
Nice job,
Thank you.
very nice job.
Excellent.
All right. What do you want to do next? You want to go back
Okay,
to old
okay,
business?
Yeah, let's get
Let
on.
me go back to my,
What?
don't mess me up here.
I don't want to go back and forth.
okay.
I want to go into
We finished,
all the new business.
okay, let's go back to the old.
Well, wait. No, we do
No,
have
wait.
more new business. We have motor vehicle invoices and not new business. Sorry, just other. the regular stuff.
Okay, let's hit the old,
I'll hit
And
the-
then we'll do
and
the
then we'll hit
other.
the other.
Okay.
The other pops up a couple things too, okay?
Okay.
Mind?
Yep.
That
That's fine.
works for me.
Perfect.
Okay. All right, so we have old business, 2024 motor vehicle excise commitment number 7.
Mm-hmm. So that commitment, I'd requested that commitment have the name of the accountant changed so I could generate the warrant. So finally, the treasurer collector did generate that, or did make that edit in the billing software.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was able to generate the warrant correctly, and that was signed by you guys on January 30th, 2025. So motor vehicle excise 7 of 2024, the amount was $14,658.66. And then the 2025 motor vehicle excise commitment number 1
Yep.
was $1,800,045,559.05.
Okay.
So 1,845,559
So we'll vote on
cents.
accepting both 2024 and 2025 motor vehicle excise commitments. 24 is number 7 and 2025 is number 1. Motion? Second it? All in favor?
Yep. And just a caveat, that the reason that commitment number 7 did take longer than might have is because we were waiting for that account name change. I just
The
want
account
to,
name had to be changed.
I want to
and,
spike-
and that was a delay in the
and
process.
that's why it was delayed.
Yeah.
I wanted to spike that out.
Yeah. And if in fact, if that was done on a timely basis, we wouldn't be doing this tonight.
Right. And that's why I wanted to spike that out.
Thank you for bringing it to a point.
All right. Let's see. Should we move on to payroll?
Yeah, let's do the
Yes,
payroll.
let's do that.
All right. So we have payroll to sign week ending January 25, 2025, February 1st, 2025, February 8th, 2025, and February 15th, 2025.
So that's good.
There you go. Payroll.
It's crazy to me that we have to pay for water, drinking water.
We had to do it.
You had to do it too.
We all pay for it now. No, I mean, even at home. It's like,
Oh, really?
when Wag was growing up, did you ever think you would have to, like, buy your water?
Actually, we did, and then the selectmen took it over, and they paid for it.
Oh, okay.
I think you have to pay for air when your tires pay for air.
Yeah.
Think about that one.
Tell me about it. And you're doing the work, too.
Yeah, that's it. Bingo. Okay?
You go to Sullivan Tire, they'll do it for free.
Oh.
Just
Yes,
an
so you go
FYI.
6 miles to get air, and that's going to cost you $5 for
Yeah.
free air
Yeah,
sometimes.
but at least I know it'll be perfectly calibrated.
Yeah.
Well, I have a little compressor that I plug into my little
I do
thing,
too.
and I
I have-
air them myself.
Yeah, I have a Actually, it's an air compressor, and just basically it's battery operated.
Mm-hmm.
I just charge it,
Oh.
hit in each one. It's a hand operated and tells you how much.
Oh,
That's it.
that's
Hmm.
cool.
I guess we have to get a gadget then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Because I have the same type of battery plug-in. It's a pain in the neck.
Yeah, it just plugs in your vehicle.
Yeah,
And I just hook it
Yeah.
up and I turn the ignition.
I got the
on.
hand one. I got the hand one. That's it.
Cool.
It's go ding, 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 ding.
All right.
Getting me a gadget.
So I have
Next,
invoices, vendor warrant to sign. The total is $139.53. It's for water and WB Mason office supplies.
That's it.
next.
Next is we have some motor vehicle excise reopens.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. From 2015, I don't know why it says FY 2015. Excise is calendar year, but anyway. Bill number 15590 for 2015. 2016, bill number 14785. Bill number 14191. Bill number 3576. Then for
This is what, approval or denial? What is it?
this is
They're getting the payments for it from, right?
right.
Was it approved for payment? Right?
They're reactivating it.
Yeah, like a recommit.
Yeah.
Okay. So we commit. Okay.
And that's just Heidi that signs. And then so 2017 bill number 2906
So we
and
need to vote on that at all.
No.
bill 2018 bill number 14536 and 2914.
Why would they be reopened at this point?
Because the people are now paying them. So they
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can't get their license.
We called it a
Okay. Backs against
They
the wall.
can't get the license until they pay.
we called it a
All right.
recommit.
Yep.
It catches up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never did. I never did that before. These
Oh yeah, I did a lot.
They just sat on the books. We just kept them on the books.
No, when people, because that would happen. They'd go to register, or they would go to do a license, and it would be flagged. So
Yeah.
they'd come in to pay it.
Is there anything else?
Yes. I have a motor vehicle excise packet and certificate. 2025. The total is $8,068.14. And Lisa did. This is our first motor vehicle excise abatement packet.
Good. That's good.
Good for her.
Good.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good to hear.
Yep.
Given the opportunities, you know?
Yep.
Important.
So that is good. That's everything. All right, that's everything I have.
These are all 2025.
Yeah, that's everything.
Okay. Is that it?
Oh yeah, there's 3 places to sign because
Oh,
it did a double
I'm like,
flip around.
okay. Jeesh.
It's all right.
I know when Rockland's busy, it would always be eagle-eyed. It would always be something somebody. She'd be at the desk and
We're
back in the
human.
game.
Yes.
We're all human.
Yes, we are.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes.
All right.
Next?
That's it. The only other thing is, did you want me to? I know I mentioned it to you about the land.
Yes.
You did want me to mention that?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's been a land issue that Winnie brought to my attention about, and this goes back to, if I'm not mistaken, 2004.
Mm-hmm.
With regard to, there's some buildings on it, vacant land, and it has the wrong owner on this. And she was brought the land set up
So
by
taxpayer,
whom?
this taxpayer who's on the planning board
Yeah,
approached me. He said this has been bothering me for a
for
while.
years.
So I finally researched it and looked into it, and yeah, it's. He was saying it was a GIS issue. It's more than that, but I just wanted to highlight it.
Bring it to our attention.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't figured out what the net impact is, but it is a condo. It's the Meadowbrook Condo Association off of Auburnville. It's Auburnville Village off of Auburn Street. So basically, in GIS, and then the town acquired some of the property in 2017. So all of this, so we've got Boston Edison, and then we've got this land on Auburn Street, and then this backland. So this was the development that acquired some of the land, and then they created the access by buying it from Boston Edison, and then they separated these parcels. So right now, when you go on GIS, it shows the town owning all of this, and that all of this is Boston Edison. So the town owns these two parcels.
Mm-hmm.
Boston Edison has the remaining lots after this was purchased, and this is considered condo me. So it's 50 acres condo association, which we don't tax, but it still needs to be right. Yeah.
Also, it would need
You
to
have
be
to revisit it.
separated into the system so they each have their own property record card.
And here's 2000.
So it affects who gets taxed.
Yeah, so right now, Boston Edison, I have to figure out, the acreage may be correct. We have it as 10.65 acres. It's just the parcels and where it is in GIS. The loc IDs never got adjusted. But the biggest thing is the town owns these two separate parcels, which are identified in the deed and the plan. But they were put on as being all of this. It's probably because this wasn't separated correctly. That's what I'm guessing.
So this was brought up only in 2000, but also presented again in 2017. Am I right? 2007 was this brought out again?
Yeah, so
So no one caught it
yeah.
in the assessment department with two hits.
So people have been getting taxed on land that they shouldn't have been getting taxed on.
Well, it's just a question. I have to investigate a little bit further, but right now, this is a 50-acre parcel. It's only 10 acres being assessed to Boston Edison, so those lot lines need to be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
It may just be the lot line issue, but the town definitely is wrong, and I just have to go over it once again.
All right.
With a
Keep us
fine-tooth comb.
surprised to what it ends up being.
Now that's why it's important to get the either a temporary subcontractor, a temporary employee in here, so they can get started on this project, because they both would be experienced
That's just one of many
retirees.
projects.
Okay, there's several projects that we would love to have them come in ASAP.
I agree with you.
Okay,
Okay.
Great. That's it.
We're working on that, so
anything else?
I don't
An
have
open
any.
session?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, basically, then we'll close the open session at 5:30. Keep in mind the next meeting will be March 11th
Right,
at the library,
right.
unless otherwise directed earlier. If there's a meeting,
Okay, unless something comes up.
yeah, sooner,
Might need to do sooner.
Okay, in that case there,
Well,
but,
just
you
let
know,
us know.
Yeah.
at least right now, it's the 11th, okay? So
Yep.
close out the open session at 5:30,
Roll
and
call.
go and roll call, and we will not reconvene.
Heidi?
Christine.
John?